Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Tonight we are waxing nostalgic. I have a birthday coming up. My birthday is next Friday, and I was thinking, just talking to some friends and whatnot about beers that we used to drink in our younger days, and actually kind of just from doing like the cheap beer reviews from beers that were left behind. I've just been talking to people about beers that I used to drink, and the very first beer I ever bought when I turned 21 legally in a grocery store was this beer, and that is Widmer Brothers Hefeweizen. I am so fucking excited to drink this beer right now. It probably seems weird. This beer, I don't know if anyone cares about it, if anyone ever used to drink it. I will say it is really, really hard to find this beer now down in Southern California. When I first started drinking this beer, it was everywhere. It was at every grocery store. It was at every gas station. It was in liquor stores everywhere. It was everywhere. This was the beer that was like you were getting fancy on a weekend, and you were going to spend, $9.99 on a 12-pack of beer. You made rent. You were stoked. You were going to treat yourself. You weren't going to just buy like $1.49.40 at Mickey's. You were going to, we were drinking the good stuff when we were buying Widmer Brothers, which is so funny to think about these days. But it's just, I don't know. I'm feeling very nostalgic tonight. This is Widmer Brothers. They're in Portland, I think. Established Portland, Oregon in 1984. And it is, I think this is like what is this? I think it's 4. Does it not say? Widmer Brothers, get your shit together. Oh, here we go. 4.9% alcohol by volume. So when I say this beer was hard for me to find, I'm not bullshitting you guys. I actually had to go on the Widmer Brothers website and do like a store locator. And I realized that this beer is at like super, super old school grocery stores and Target. That's where you can find this beer these days. I was like, a couple weeks ago, I was like on a mission to find this beer, and I went to a bunch, like I just would walk into random grocery stores, didn't have it. I walked into liquor stores, didn't have it. I went into, where else was I? I think I was at like Walmart randomly for something, and they have like a beer, spot in Walmart now, and this wasn't there. I'm like, how come nobody has this beer? No one has this beer except for Stater Brothers and Target in Southern California. So I'm excited. Call me crazy. I don't know. It's like I said, it's been, I bet you it's been 15 years since I've had this beer. I don't know if I'm still gonna like it. I loved this beer years ago. This is what I used to drink when I had the money to do it. So we're gonna use our Answer Ryu glassware because I don't think I've used this in a review yet. Here we go. I am super excited. And you know what? If anyone's offended by that, I'm sorry. You don't have to watch these reviews. So here we go. It is a beautiful hazy golden color. Looks like a New England style IPA these days. Fluffy finger and a half of bright white head. Really, really tight pack bubbles. Are you fucking kidding me with that glassware? That is amazing. Shouts to my man Matt for hooking that up. I love you. Shove our nose in this one. So first off, I will say, we used to cut up slices of lemon and put it in this beer when we drank it. I don't know why we did that. We did. So I remember the beer being very lemon forward. It's not. There's like a faint kind of citrusy note to this, and there's like a little bit of like that weedy thing, like wheat beer. This does not, like we did a podcast and we drank like Weihenstephan or Hefeweizen, and that beer had like that banana-y, yeasty, almost like bubblegummy coriander clovey thing. This doesn't have that. Yeah, it's got like this orange peel kind of a thing. It's a faint kind of orange peel, and it's got like that wheat vibe. And that's about it. I mean, it's 4.9%. It doesn't smell boozy. I imagine like back then, if I had been drinking Keystone Light and fucking Bud Ice and Coors Light, whatever cheap beer we were drinking, Mickey's, I bet when we were drinking this, it probably smelled like a big beer. But I mean, after getting my nose, murdered by things like Treehouse, Monkish, Modern Times, drinking like barrel-aged stouts over the years, this doesn't have a big aroma. I'm excited to drink it though, so let's taste it. Cheers. What's funny is, I mean, this is an American Hefeweizen, it says, right? It says it right on the 12-pack. And 12-pack these days, I paid $13.49 for this. So it's gone up quite a bit. This, to me, is not like what a traditional Hefeweizen is. Like I said, it doesn't have that yeasty, banana-y, clovey, coriander thing. This is just like a light kind of, the taste follows the nose. It's this kind of faint orange peel mixed with like a wheat kind of a thing. The mouth feels on the thinner side of this. But this is one of those beers, I mean, it's under 5%. You can crush this. It's pouring down rain. It's been really cold. This is like one of those kind of sit out in the front yard during the summertime and just pound. This would be an awesome golf beer. Is this beer fantastic? No, this isn't a beer that, I mean, you would go seek out. This is just something that I'm wanting to drink because this is what I used to drink all the time. Am I mad that I have 11 more bottles of this? I had to buy a 12-pack? No, I will gladly drink the other 11 of these. I think when I go inside, I'm going to cut up some lemon and put it in there. I think the lemon adds something to it. It gives it like this acidity that kind of goes with that faint kind of citrus thing, and it kind of cuts down like that overly kind of wheaty thing. But this beer's light on your palate. It's nothing that's like going to overwhelm your senses. This would be one of those beers that, like, if someone wanted to get, maybe that's why we used to do it. I don't know. Maybe we thought we were like being fancy and like drinking fancy beer. Like, you go from light beer to something like this. This actually has flavor to it. It has body to it. It has something there, but it's nothing outstanding. It's just one of those beers that I will always have a special place in my heart for. I used to, like I said, drink this all the time. It's been 15 years since I've had this, or however long it's been, and I still love this beer. I'm sure a lot of people hate this beer or would hate this beer and say it sucks. That's fine. I'm fine with you saying that. I have no problem. This beer is awesome. And now that I know that there's a store close to me that sometimes has it, I will be buying this more often, I'm sure, just for the nostalgia factor. So I'm glad I got to drink this tonight. Well done, Widmer Brothers. This beer tastes like how I remember, which means that over the past 15 years, you still have been brewing the same beer. It's hard to do. There's so many times where we have hoppy beers where we're like, oh, the first batch was better, not as good as the last one. This is exactly the same. So there you go. So that's Widmer Brothers Hefeweizen. Very first beer I ever bought as a 21-year-old. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Also, if you'd like to partake in this fun game, what was the first beer you ever bought legally? Listen, I was at parties and shit in high school, and we would throw money in a pot to get beer, and stuff would come back. We shoulder tapped. I don't know like what my actual money, like the very first thing, went to, but as a 21-year-old person who could legally purchase alcohol in the state of California, this was the first beer I ever bought. So leave a comment, let me know what you bought. Actually, it would be fun, like, hear what everyone used to drink back in the day. I'll probably seek those beers out and review them, because why not? It's fun. I'm tired of reviewing fucking whales. Let's review some shelf beers. I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.